Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 21 of Star Chasers. Cat got your tongue. So, let me introduce the characters, and then I'll do a last time. So we have Storm of Stars, a Tabaxi bard of some renown from Toril, occasionally called the legendary Storm of Stars. He is here in space for adventure, a good time, the stories, and has recently been in kind of on the tail of this Tabaxi superiority cult who seems to be one step ahead of him, and it's sort of coloring how some people are treating Tabaxi in subsequent visits. Not in a terrible way, but it's in a, are you with them? No, kind of way. Marley is a Shadar-kai Druid from the Shadowfell, is on a quest from the Raven Queen, and is attempting to find an artifact, and has been plagued by some dragon dreams recently. And Hester of Mirador, that's not her real name, is a halfling diviner wizard who hates GMs and dice, and is in space looking for her mother, the true Hester of Mirador, who Hester thought was deceased, and it turns out is now just not answering her calls.
I see how it is.
So last time, the group landed on the planet of Gneva in Hero Space. Hero Space is a retirement community, for lack of a better term, for heroes. If you are well known enough, you can go to this planet, make an appeal before their council. Depending on your alignment, they send you to a certain planet. Gneva is the neutral planet, where there are a lot of druids, a cloud giant wizard, rangers, a stowaway monk goblin. And the party got here, met the cloud giant wizard, went down to the surface, met a few helpful and unhelpful characters, and ended in the home of Villyana, a Shadar-kai spore druid who Marley felt very connected to, both being Shadar-kai druids. Hester stayed with the Cloud Giant Wizard, however, and we will pick up there in the Cloud Giant Wizard's tower, where it's Hester, Wyndvania, the Cloud Giant, Minerva, the Space Owl navigatrix
Strix, yes.
of the ship, and Hester's familiar, just an owl named Willow.
And a real danger hoe.
And yes. So, Wyndvania lowers the other group to the forest floor and turns to Hester and says, "Yes, so what are you looking for?" Yes, there we go.
Well, study party, bitches. Yes, no, I just want to absolutely curl up and die in this library. It's amazing. The scale is, it's just a little my stomach, but otherwise everything in here, you mentioned scrolls. I just want to spend hours in here. I envy Minerva's wings for the first time. So yes, we're looking for, I suppose, information on Null, the dragon god, okay, of death, who is plaguing, or at least my friend is having nightmares about. Protect from magical spying, protect from magic from across planes. Any information on Raven God rubies? There's a lot, dear. So if we could maybe divide our labor.
Just tell me what you would like me to look for, and I will.
Good, all of it. Where should we start? Minerva, you've recently kind of been pooling our research. Where are we closest, or where are we furthest apart?
Minerva flaps and lands on, a giant desk chair and kind of does that owl thing where turns their head sideways and is looking all up and down the shelves.
I'd like to think Willow was kind of making fun of her, but it just looks like she's being an owl.
Rude.
Yeah.
So Minerva says, well, I can't say that my notes on the ship are very exhaustive. I am working with, spacer's guides more than, proper research tools. So I don't know a lot about the dragon gods or even the dragons in general. Just that, through passive kind of descriptions where dragons might be. So looking up lists of powerful dragons, if that's what Miss Marley would like, might be important.
Yes, absolutely. Although, nope, I wasn't in that scene. I don't know that. So, all right, let's look that up in probably the fiction section of the library. And if you have any, we had mentioned scrolls, dear, and I yes.
Wyndvania raises her hand. I'm sorry, are you some sort of dragon truther?
I think it would be the other way.
The Earth is round. Do I have to tell you
Okay,
that?
wow. No, see this. Okay, I think we were going to be best friends.
Been to a flat Earth. No, she doesn't say that part. But she does ask if you are a dragon truther. Like, dragons are real.
Well, I keep getting that. So as I said last time, I guess sometimes I am the asshole. But I come from Mirador, and on my world, I suppose dragons were real. They've certainly kind of faded into mythology, though. You see, it's kind of like an angel helped you lift your car,
like
or something.
Unicorns.
Yes. What? That's ridiculous. Unicorns are very real. Just a little. I doubt it. Okay, well, I guess different spheres.
She's from Toril. That's not even true.
No, it's not even.
Yeah.
So is Villyana, who. Okay, listen. Well, so I apologize. I have been accused of being insensitive about it. It's just you guys are saying dragons, and I am hearing impossible fancies that, if they ever were real, disappeared thousands of years ago.
Yes, like summoning fire with your mind kind of thing. It's magic. Hester? Open that imagination up. And then she kind of looks up into space again and says, I'm telling her dragons are real. Just chill.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Back off. But I feel it's more religious, and I know gods exist, but I don't like to encourage them, if that makes any...
Well, there are several dragon gods. I'm telling her. Tear wept.
Absolutely not my business. Don't mean to pry, dear. Actually, I pry quite often. The unseen voice, a familiar of yours, or...
No, never found them useful. The size is too varied. Too small. Not helpful.
Oh, almost certainly, yes. I guess that would be true. I'd shudder to think what you might summon that would be useful at your size. Okay, well, we'll consider that question dodged. So, anyway, yes, I consider just a religious... They've kind of faded into myth. I apologize. So, yes, we can look that up in the totally non-fiction section. Is that past muster?
She takes a couple books down. They're giant-sized. Slams them down on the desk. She says, "Oh, right."
Well, When I say I like a good walk through a good book, that's not quite what I mean.
Yeah, tries to cast Reduce, but it doesn't make it that much smaller.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I should read it for you.
Perhaps. Well, we have 3 brilliant minds here, if I don't mind saying so. And it's been a while since I've pulled an all-nighter. So why don't we division of labor here? I was asking after some scrolls. I don't expect them to be free, but if I could transcribe... there was a magic aura that we talked about. Might make my friend harder to magically spy on.
Yeah.
Non-detection, though that might not be as useful for her current situation. That sort of thing.
Okay, she can give you, or she can sell you, both non-detection and Nistel's magic aura.
Okay.
Let's see. Just looking at how much they will be.
Probably not cheap.
No, non-detection will be 3,000 gold, and Nistel's magic aura will be 1,500.
Okay. Now, I have written down here, we have 7,463 gold. Is that a piece, or is that a whole?
I think you were keeping track of everything.
Okay. Well, that is most of our store.
Yeah.
And I do believe non-detection is the more expensive in spell slots as well, and might not be immediately useful. Could the magic aura was 1,500? Understanding this is in an effort to protect our friend Marley, I know you aren't present, but hopefully we talked about it beforehand. Is everyone okay with 1,500 for Mistral's magic aura? That's an okay from Marley? That's an okay? Okay. So then, yes, I will purchase that one and get to set down to transcribing it. I was going to say divination spells are cheaper for me, but I think that's just in the tools to scribe them, not the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Purchasing of them.
Now, where do I find Mistel's Magic Aura? Is that...
Nistel's magic aura is in the player's handbook, page 263.
Is it?
Yes.
Did not think that was a vanilla spell. Yes, I shall find it. But yes, that is what I will probably spend at least whatever hour and a half, 2 hours for.
Okay. Yeah, and she gives you the dragon books, like, please.
Okay. Minerva, would you be a dear? You can scroll through. We can take it back, maybe. Yeah.
Minerva will pick up the pages and turn them as needed.
That a girl.
Okay.
Yes, research party.
So you all continue to work on that. Back in Brianna's manor, she kind of nods her head and asks if is there anything else I can do to assist all of you? Any questions? Other questions?
I think we're good for right now. Villy, Storm, anyone?
Yes, thank you. You've been most helpful.
This is the crazy greatest pantry I have ever been in. Oh my god!
Please help yourself.
Way ahead of your toots. I mean, yeah, absolutely. This is great.
She puts her finger up as if to ask you to wait a moment and walks away for 5-10 minutes. She comes back and she hands. Which one of you has the bag of holding? Anyone? Storm? Maybe.
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She hands you 4 potions.
Ooh. Oh shoot!
Thank you.
Of course.
These are...
She says 2 potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
1 potion of heroism.
Ooh.
And 1 potion of haste. Or it might be a potion of speed. Let's see.
Wow. thank you, thank you.
Potion of speed.
Speed.
Yes.
Okay, presumably that's slightly different.
No, it does just cast haste on you for 1 minute. So
Okay.
I don't quite know why it's not called a potion of
2
haste.
graders,
but
1 speed. What was the third one?
a heroism.
Heroism. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Of course. It's always a pleasure to meet bright and curious, intelligent adventurers. Please, come back whenever you'd wish.
Oh, thank you.
I would love that.
Yeah. Wow. This is great, and thank you for all the groceries. I'm going to be
Absolutely. Here, I'll help you with those.
Quite the
pack
hit.
them into
Oh,
my
yes.
bag.
fantastic. Mistress Brianna, you have been the absolute coolest. I mean, you're a hair. I mean, just to start there. I mean, and everything about you, pretty much. So yes, thank you so much. Your wisdom has been very respectful, and I did not feel chastised in the way of my people. So,
Good. I'm glad.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty ready to go, I think.
All right. Very well. I'll play a melody of gratitude and love as we exit in appreciation.
She smiles broadly and warmly and walks you all out and waves in the doorway. You see Warminster is just covered in grime, sticks his head out of like a little bush. He says, "Is it safe?"
Oh, the poor man.
Yeah, yes, Worry. It's fine. It's fine. Please, you look magnificent. So
I held down the
camouflaged.
perimeter.
I could hardly see you.
Thank you. In addition to being my squadron's only cleric, I was also the closest thing we had to a rogue. Ranger and fighter.
Wow.
That fighter one's not true.
No,
Gave myself
Well, you got me.
field promotion. Stupid Warminster. Stupid.
oh no, never. Don't speak about yourself that way, please, Warminster.
No. I have made a fool of myself in front of your cool new friend. I can see her. She's so rad.
She
Just the
is.
coolest, right?
Please don't feel that way. She's not the type to, judge. I don't think.
Brianna's still waving, kind of squinting at the hippo man who's rolled around in a bunch of mud. I guess they do that.
Right.
Stay cool. I don't know.
Some sort of dust bath.
As everybody else goes to see Warminster, I'm gonna hang back a little bit, just once more to like thank Brianna, and I'm gonna do like a really like deep bow to her and say, I just thank you so much, Mistress Brianna. You don't know how much meeting you has meant to me.
I'm glad to hear that, but saddened that that's true. You don't have to call me Mistress Brianna. We are equals.
So, would you prefer Hi, Mistress Brianna, or Most Revered?
Honey. Just Brianna is fine.
Ooh, that's gonna take some getting used to.
Well, luckily you have a lot of journeying to do before we next meet.
I'll work on it in a letter.
Please do. And I hope you find what you are looking for. In every sense of that phrase.
Thank you. And then she'll do one more bow and then run to catch up with everyone else.
Is everything all right, Marley?
Oh yeah, I just wanted, to thank her again.
Certainly.
She really was the coolest.
She really was.
Absolutely.
I'm fangirling over here.
Okay. You all start walking back to. Do you start walking back to the tower, or would you like to do anything else while you're down on the forest floor?
Well,
I mean, we pretty much got everything that we came out for, right?
Yeah, I think there was a lead that perhaps there was a neutral dragon, and that the cloud giant would know more about that. So I think our next intended destination was back.
Right. Yeah. Just enjoy the walk back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get straight intelligence checks from everyone, please?
Oh, I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah. About that.
Storm's pretty smart. Maybe.
No. But I did roll a 15, so
Okay.
and it's unmodified though.
Okay.
I'm a 10 intelligence. So yeah, I've been around.
Yeah.
I got an 18, which with a -1 is a 17.
Okay.
Since it seems to be a reflexive check that you're asking for, is there any chance I had advantage on it for Starshine?
Sure. Yeah. It's as you were walking, kind of
Okay.
taking in the serene. Maybe your mind wanders and you start to think about what's happened over the past 12 hours.
Yeah. 16.
16. Okay. All of you at about the same time. You're thinking about, well, when we come back, we'll have to get the crystal again. And something Wyndvania said kind of sticks with you for a second, which is the Rational Order of the Magistrate said they kicked out the Tabaxi. But Wyndvania said the Tabaxi visited her.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
And that's not how they said this works. So
how did they get in under a false pretense, or did we ask Brianna about that? Do I?
She has not encountered any Tabaxi recently.
Right.
So she wouldn't have known that. But
Marley, are you able to find creatures?
I am able to commune with nature, so I can find things that are outdoors.
Right.
you can do what?
If they're within. Commune with nature is you briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves and other natural underground 300 feet. The spell doesn't function where nature is replaced by construction. You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice. The terrain and body of water, prevalent plants, minerals, powerful celestials, fays, fiends, elementals, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings.
And,
But
prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples.
Is that what the rest?
That's what D&D Beyond says.
So we could
Or peoples,
maybe hunt for a Tabaxi presence.
Yes,
but
that's
that's
very
only-
similar to an ability I have called Windy and D. Let me do that. I got it from Xanathar's, probably.
This is in the straight up basic rules. I have never heard of this spell. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, Rangers should get something good.
It's within 3 miles of me, though, so I don't know if we should get maybe
Oh, shoot, we were 6 kilometers away. What's that in miles? Get us
how
Canadian.
long does it last? Isn't it like an hour or something?
It just says the duration is instantaneous.
Yeah, so it's...
Oh, so it's like a pulse or something? You're like...
Yeah.
Pew. So you can... And there's so many uses a day?
it's a 5th level spell slot, so...
Yeah.
So twice a day, probably,
Yeah,
right?
once or twice a day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
at your
great
level,
spell.
at least, yeah. 6 kilometers is a little over 3.5 miles.
And
Okay.
we walked how far from the tower?
That's about how far we were from.
Yeah,
the
you
tower.
walked probably total about 7 kilometers.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to get a sense of that much further, right, in all directions from where we are now, including up to that point. Is that right? If it's is it a radius kind of thing?
I believe so.
Yes. Yeah, it's a radius.
Or we could go to the tower and then I could ping it from there.
Or
Yeah.
right.
You know.
Or
are you wanting to know if we need to book it back to the tower faster?
I'm just wondering, yeah, where they
Did
are.
leave,
Because
like,
if they're
a landing
within,
mission.
I guess it would be dependent upon like what direction they took, right, from the tower.
Yeah.
To make it from the tower, we'll get the ping, and from here, but yeah, we have no idea. Even
because if they went in the other direction on the other side of the tower, then I'm not going to be able to pick them up. You know.
What did Wyndvania say about them? About where they visited, but then where did they? Did we get a? I'm trying to remember. Did she say something about a direction?
She said they went. They simply used her tower to get to the surface, the forest floor.
So maybe perhaps going back first is wiser. Yeah, because if there is more information to be gotten, or we can start looking for tracks. Are there any? Can you see? Are there any tracks on the ground? Tabaxi, tracksy?
You can make a survival check to see if you find any Tabaxi tracks.
I will also make a survival check. Do I get any sort of, hey, that looks like my foot kind of advantage, or no?
Sure.
If it's
That's
there, I guess.
25 for me.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll just sort of pretend to be looking and just cheap. Yeah, because I rolled an 8.
Okay, well...
but if I roll with advantage, then it's an 11 plus 2, 13.
Woo!
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, this looks like a... Oh, no, that's a flower.
Storm, Tabaxi is following you. You're like 98% sure.
He's got a gun pointed at the back of my head.
He's a step behind you all the time.
Right.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but...
There's a cat. I see myself in a reflection. I'm like, it's got my hat.
You do what my cat does when he sees himself, which is just... You're gonna get him, bud.
I should start working in some physicality, like when cats sort of lean back and go like they're gonna, and they almost look like they're gonna fall over or something.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that whole body shiver thing.
Right.
Okay, so Marley with a 30 billion. Looking around, it's this planet's weird. There's so much undergrowth and kind of, it's so lush. At the same time, it's shockingly not hard to track things. Almost as if like it's been designed so that rangers and druids can track stuff fairly easily, like especially if they've like lost a step.
It's real muddy.
It's real muddy all the time. You see a gnome look kind of in the distance just spraying down the ground, and he kind of looks at you. Get out of here.
Bags of flour just dropped from the sky.
Yeah, fresh snow all the time. It's not even cold. But you occasionally do pick up a Tabaxi footprint, and they seem to be getting, as you get closer to the tower, they are becoming more and more frequent.
Yeah, we got Tabaxi here. And I'm pretty sure they're not just Storm's tracks, because there's like a lot of them.
I only have 2 feet.
Yeah.
Just to...
Yes, but you use them very quickly.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. You know, I enjoy spending time with elves. I really do. You guys are great. You're really good for me. It's just...
No. Thank you for calling me an elf.
Aren't you?
Oh,
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. elves don't like to,
Well, I don't mean any
extend the
offense if that's
invite.
something that, bothers you.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just we don't get invited to the family parties kind of thing,
Oh.
racially speaking. Oh, no, we probably don't deserve it. We're real bastards.
But you're wonderful. I mean, I have
Oh,
to say.
thank you. Yeah.
Well,
You-
if it helps, we don't get invited a lot either. It tends to get lost in the mail, the invitation.
Lost in the mail.
Well, how do you? I mean, do your relative genetic branches have any weirdness about each other culturally?
Oh, I think. Let me see. The Shadar-kai, those turncoat bastards. When we needed their support, they fucked off into the Shadowfell.
Yeah, and I think that our opinion is if y'all hadn't started fucking shit up with Lolth, then we would have maybe got out okay.
Sure. And mind you, that's not me. That's my grandmother.
Yeah, that's just, my studies speaking.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you both seem to get along just fine, which is a testament to individuality over anything else, right? I was just curious. That's all. Anyway, these
So these
Tabaxi Traxi?
Are they going away from the tower? Like, have they? Is it the Tabaxi diaspora here? Like
a bit, yeah. It kind of they seem to have, as you're getting closer to the tower, they're more and more frequent, as if there were a group of them traveling together, and then they seem to have spread out.
Yeah, that is what Marley will say.
Spread out, like fanning out into
like splitting up
into teams of 1, 2
2
pairs.
Since we know they've been through here, perhaps now is the time to do your.
Yeah.
Hey, Nani.
Hey.
So I should pop it?
Pop the nani.
Yes.
Okay. I will pop it.
Okay. This takes a minute to cast, so what does it look like during that minute for Marley? Or what is Marley doing, rather?
I feel like she would put her hand up to like a tree, since she's like communing with nature, and then she would try and kind of like whisper to like the wind and like the forest around her and the forest floor, and ask very respectfully for like their guidance and trying to find these Tabaxi throughout their routes.
Okay. So you get to know 3 facts from that list.
Okay.
Terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals or peoples, powerful celestials, fiends, fae, elementals or undead, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings. Which buildings seem so plain in that list? Which 3 would you like?
Well, buildings, obviously. No.
A tower that you can see.
Yeah.
And the lean-to of suspicious origin.
Oh, yes. And a corn-filled lean-to.
Right. Forgot about that.
I think, obviously, the one about peoples.
Okay.
I'll need to know. And then, just out of curiosity, also the powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and then influence from other planes of existence.
And this has gotten onto twilight. This has gotten into nighttime.
Let's see, we ended up getting to Brianna's by mid-afternoon. It's probably dusk.
Okay. And I do have to know, like, especially as a Shadar-kai, are you touching a tree and saying "friend forest"? Are you consulting the shadows? Like,
I think that she would probably consult the shade of the trees.
Yeah.
Like,
You walk past the tree. The tree on a druid planet's got to be kind of like, oh, here we go again. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. See?
So, Marley, as you're studying the shade of the tree, it seems to grow and expand into a growing circle that quickly, goes out presumably 3 miles. And then everything in the woods you see as the Shadowfell version of this forest. All of the trees die. There's a stinking bog. You can see a witch's hut where the lean-to is.
We're in the upside down.
Yeah, a bunch of ravens caw overhead just for an instant.
I imagine like the whole tree above her is just filled with ravens.
Mm-hmm.
And they're what's casting like the shadow. And they...
Yes.
Do we see this stuff too?
You do not. You just see Marley, her eyes go black, like total black orbs.
And if this takes a minute, I do have Starshine kind of like on perimeter. We're kind of watching Marley's back in case she's vulnerable at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play a counterspell.
Okay. So, prevalent plants, your brain is overwhelmed. There are so many important trees on this goddamn planet.
There's Bob and Dave and Jeff. And...
They all have names.
Yeah. They all have a story.
Ugh.
Less minerals, very, very basic stuff. Animals, yet you're occasionally pinging an important animal. Otherwise, it's very generic. There's a couple large, like, dire boars and dire bears. You do sense a purple worm somewhere kind of cruising underneath. Minding its own business. It's got headphones on.
Dope beats. Lo-fi chill.
Lo-fi chill with this purple worm.
Yeah.
Lo-fi beats to burrow to.
So
using that tremor sense.
And then, the people's humans, elves, halflings, the normal stuff, but you're specifically looking for those tabaxi. And you sense, first of all, storm behind you. And then outside of that, like a dozen tabaxi spread out across this 3-mile radius.
Are they like circling around the tower, or like what kind of configuration are they in?
It's seemingly random. It's like scattershot. Like they've just gone off in different directions, but they are all separated by a decent distance between all of them, as if they are searching around the tower for something.
Oh, okay. So it's like a search party. And are they in the pairs that we suspected them to be
Yes.
Okay.
So 6 pairs of pairs. Six groups of 2. And they're picking pairs.
Shit. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, mystery solved. We can all go home.
Yeah, okay. I'm not threatened by that.
Okay. You don't sense any powerful celestials or fiends.
Okay.
You do sense a powerful fae.
Okay.
And 1 powerful elemental. No undead.
Okay.
Influence from other planes of existence. On Wyndvania's tower, there is an influence from the far realm.
Influence from the fog?
The far realm. The far realm.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Wee.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Oh, occasional Feywild pings, but
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
just-
normal.
That's background here. That's,
yeah. You have to almost like focus out of it. Like, what is all of that? Oh, it's Feywild.
Yeah.
Like after I get past all the prevalent trees.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just scroll. I accept whatever you need.
Whatever you need. Okay, another grove of dryads. We get it.
It's like going through like a influencer's Instagram story. Just
Hashtag sponsored. We get it.
Okay, Dasani, you're cool. You're just Coca-Cola's water, but all right.
God, yeah, I've started following drag queens from this season of RuPaul's Drag Race on Instagram, and they post like 20 things on their story a day, and it's just like, okay, I get it. You're beautiful.
We get it. This is your whole business, I guess.
People draw fan art of you. I get it. Okay. I will relay once I out of my commune with nature there. I'll relay everything I just learned to the party.
Okay.
Wow.
What's the storm? Does that?
Are the ravens still up there?
Looking up, you see the leaves do almost look like ravens for a second, but then you blink and they're just leaves and one parrot.
It's sort of hardcore, edgy,
Oh man,
gritty
bird.
parrot.
Hello.
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 We could be here all day.
Hello.
So I have to. Is there any sort of resort aspect to this? I mean, could they just be here on a hunting trip, like a scavenger hunt, or?
The most dangerous game. Yahtzee.
I just.
No, there's no bad ideas.
So
They seemed like they were searching for, like,
Some-
like when somebody gets lost and you kind of pull 'em out,
oh, uh-huh.
rather
so-
than like going door to door asking people if they've got like, a toothpick or something.
Right. Do you think we could track them, or a pair? If there's one group, can we try and find them? Maybe we could do a I don't know, like a group stealth check while we do it.
I could try using maybe a survival check.
Okay. I'll help you since you pointed it out. I'll use the help action to help you, or aid, or whatever. Your check.
And sorry, what are you checking for again?
Can I like follow any of these tracks, like using a survival check
Yeah.
to like specifically track down a singular pair?
Sure.
Can we try to be stealthy too? Do we want a group check or?
Yeah, so Marley, make a survival check with advantage from Storm. We'll
Okay,
see how that
cool.
goes, and then I'll ask for a stealth check.
Great.
I'm also gonna guidance myself
Okay.
because I don't do that enough. Ooh, let's take the advantage. Ooh, that was even worse. And then let's give myself. 15.
Okay. Okay.
Can I throw some inspiration on that, or is that too late?
Yeah, sorry, I think that's too
That's
late.
cool. I didn't think about it. I'm sorry, Marley.
Okay. So, can I get a stealth check from everyone?
Yeah.
Hopefully my stealth check will be better.
That is 30 for me.
Oh,
Damn.
19. I rolled a 19.
Starshine is making sure I don't snag on any branches. Okay. Yeah, it's a 19 for me.
I'm gonna guidance myself again, and so that'll be a 15 for me again.
Storm basically disappears. Like, it's... Marley, you have to occasionally just convince yourself he's still with you. Like, just keep following the tracks. He is behind you.
Shit, Storm. Oh, fuck.
Shitstorm, what?
Don't do that.
That was my cousin. You don't want to know.
Wow.
Very difficult birth.
Ugh. Uh,
I got Marty. Yeah.
I'll take it. Yes, I
Okay.
like that a lot. I'm like, that's a birth name. Yeah, no, okay, very good.
So you start tracking these Tabaxi tracks, hiding, going slowly, making sure you're all hidden from what's up ahead, and yeah, eventually you get to an area where there are two Tabaxi, and they are talking to a gnome with a very stereotypical like big red hat.
It's not the one with the hose, is it?
It's not the one with the hose. Long
Okay.
white beard, big curly mustache. Wearing a red and blue, like a red tunic and blue pants, and he's just kind of holding a human-sized piece of paper. So for him, it's rather large, and he's just kind of nodding and reading it, looking at the Tabaxi and nodding and reading it. And he kind of shakes his head and points, and they take the paper and.
Does
How
it look
far
like
away?
a pamphlet? Like a death cult pamphlet?
It looks more like part of a scroll, like they're asking him to look at something and kind of
Oh, a
remark
map.
upon it. Maybe a map.
How far away are they?
They are from you, like 90 feet.
My chances of getting Starshine there to look at the paper before it gets rolled up is she can move 40 feet.
If she dashes, I mean,
Yeah, she puts on the afterburners. I would like to at least make an attempt if you need me or her to make a skills check or something.
give me a flat stealth check, even though she's invisible.
Okay. She has +8. So no advantage.
No advantage.
Easy there, killer. 26 still.
Okay, so yeah,
She's very.
she zips, and she kind of peeks over the shoulder and quickly stares at it before it's.
Look! Listen! That shit I gave away again.
Swat.
Are these guys dressed like the same? Do they have any sort of sense of being of a organized team outfit?
No,
or-
they're wearing very rugged traveling clothes. They both have packs. One of them has a great sword. The other one, their hands are wrapped as if maybe they're a monk.
The other one has an okay sword.
Right.
Eh, it's just a good sword.
I would
not
like
like
to
his brother.
to mount an item.
Yeah.
No, nothing like your brother.
Okay. So, Starshine had a look at this and is able to relay the information. To Villyana?
Yeah,
Is that
so
right?
telepathically back to Villyana. She says it was a bunch of magic runes and what looked like a Stonehenge.
Oh, a stone circle. They're looking for a place.
Shit,
Do they have very prominent thumbs?
The Tabaxi, looking down, they're very proud of their thumbs.
Shit.
They painted them red.
Yeah, right. The red thumb. And the gnome looks.
Gnome's scratching his head, spins the map around, just shaking his head. Oh no, not here.
Guys, I'm going in.
All right. I'm still probably disassociated from my own senses, so I can't be like, wait. But can I hear any of it? Is it a lot of just like, can't help you, bud? Like,
Yeah, can you swap senses with your familiar?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay.
I think if anything, I gain extra benefits.
Yeah, you're back to the chain, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so flip senses. Yeah, the gnome's just saying, I'm sorry, I can't help you, bud. No. I don't get ever. I'd know. Probably.
Okay.
Fold it up. Hand it back to them. Sorry. I hope you find what you're looking for.
See some kind of tourist trap. gnome. Seems very put on.
I would like to.
While you're here, do you want to buy some Gneva dollars?
And I'd almost like to think that from Starshine's point of view, I see like Storm approaching the group. Like, back.
They look at the
way,
gnome.
yeah, but the way I want to come in is, if I was, 30 stealth, I'd like to have been like in a tree and to sort of pretend to fall out of the tree.
Okay.
By them to like, and I'd like to land acrobatically so I don't hurt myself.
Okay.
And sort of just play the fool with these guys and see what happens.
Okay. Okay.
As quick, as Storm starts to go forward, Marley's going to touch him real quick and give him guidance.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you inspiration. Thank you.
That's right. Okay.
Right back at you, babe.
And yes, I can do all this sense swapping and telepathically communicating within 100 feet.
Okay.
She can operate autonomously beyond that, but that's when the link snaps. So I will have her hang out there.
Okay. So Storm, when you fall out of the tree, you want
do you want an acro check? Or?
Yes, but yes.
Okay, it's a 15 because I have expertise, but that was a 4.
Okay.
So
okay.
It looks. I take the pratfall. Throw me some damage if you want. But
okay,
I take the pratfall.
So you do want it to make it look like you are clumsily falling, not like you
so
clumsily fell
check,
and then nailed
I can
it.
Do that.
What would your performance check be with the 4?
It would be less than a 15. So
really?
the acrobatics is 15.
Okay, so 15. Yeah. Now you maybe don't sell it as much as you want to. Maybe there's a little bit of you just fell genuinely.
Right.
You only take 1 damage.
Great. It helps sell the story.
Yeah, but you kind of hit. You come up. You got a skinned knee, and you're like, oh, these pants.
I'm so. Oh my goodness, countrymen! I've been lost in the woods here for so long. Is that a map? Can you help me? Is this your guide? Forgive me. I am the legendary Storm of Stars at your service, gentleman troubadour. I seem to have lost my companions. I don't know what happened. I came across some very fine catnip, I can tell you, and next thing I knew, I was in a tree, and here I am. Is this a dream?
Just kind of Storm of Stars. A pleasure to meet you. I am friend of foe, and this is terrible name. Edge of the World.
Edge of the World?
Yes.
Now, I have to ask, does friend of foe have black and white fur?
Yeah, like split right down the middle.
I'll talk about that later. But I knew someone named friend of foe. He died tragically. His friends named a ship after him, and they carved a figurehead in his likeness. But that was a story I heard about from a place in Saltmarsh. Strange. You could be a spitting image.
I don't think I'm him. I don't know where Saltmarsh is.
Have you ever sailed?
The stars, but not very often boats.
How do you feel about pirates?
Neutral.
So you're not a pirate hunter or anything?
No.
You're not trying to reform them?
No.
You're... Okay. Maybe. They say... Maybe this is on your path. The path ahead? Another path? I mean, this is such a strange place.
Edge of the World is kind of like doing that thing where he looks at his friend, looks at you, looks at his friend longer, looks at you again, and then just hard stare at his friend like...
He does not GAF, right?
Which is which? Friend of foe is the great sword? Or friend of foe is...
Friend of foe is the monk, Edge of the World is the great sword.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So the guy with the edge.
Yes.
Edgy. Okay.
They call me the Edge. I hang out with my friends Bono and Steve, or whatever the fourth guy in U2's name is.
Also, clearly a flat earther. Like, we're all hearing that, right? Or his parents were. I don't want to judge.
Is Edge of the World wearing like a little knit cap?
Yes. The little knit cap, sunglasses. It's dark.
He's small, but man, can he deal with that? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but can you help me? Where are you going? Perhaps we could strike up an alliance of sorts. I'm looking for my friends, and I'm very curious. I'm handy in a fight.
Yeah, they kind of their eyes light up when you say you are curious, and they say it is one of the most important things to be.
Absolutely. I mean, they say that the Cat Lord gives us each various traits specific to our people, and I'm happy to say that when the augurs were cast at my nativity, that curiosity was deemed my most I don't know, emblematic trait.
Yes, curiosity, freedom, a thirst for adventure.
Yes, that's it exactly.
Cautious of those who wield too much power.
Absolutely.
Yes. You have to meet our friend.
Who?
Eyes of Fire. He's brilliant. You will love him.
Sounds great. Eyes of Fire.
He is a wise teacher. He's been leading us. We are searching for this object, and he'll unfold the map, and it'll be it's very old looking, and there's a bunch of kind of a fair deal about magic. You've studied it. You're a lore bard. A lot of the symbols don't really make much sense to you. Like occasionally you'll be like, okay, well, that's an evocation symbol, like a teleportation, but then there's a bunch of other ones.
It's a money sign.
The
You're saying that there's maybe schools of magic or things that are being invoked that I'm just not aware of.
Yes. Yeah, like beyond prime material considerations.
Entities, perhaps.
Then a picture of a singular Stonehenge. Just one.
Okay. Wow, this is fascinating. I recognize some of the symbology, as I'm sure you do severally. Is it just the two of you looking?
No, there are many of us. We were kind of look around, look at the gnome. The friend of foe has been doing most of the talking. Edge of the World kind of puffs his chest out and like, come on, bro, at the gnome, and the gnome skitters off. Sorry, you have to be careful. But we snuck onto this planet. We bribed someone to get onto here. They love money up there. You just gotta find the right bureaucrat. But we think that the location is here. Eyes of Fire tried to offer them a very reasonable sum for us to simply search the sphere at our leisure, and they did not agree to our terms. So several of us have been sent to a couple of the planets, snuck down. It doesn't seem like this is here, though. Perhaps on one of the other planets.
Where else where do you think you're going to look?
Well, we will look in all of the planets on this sphere, and if it's not here, maybe it's in fairy space. Maybe it's moved. Maybe someone has moved it.
The circle, or?
Yes.
Oh, amazing. So, how? I'm bound to companions, but is there a way I may meet your leader or be in contact with?
He says, well, we do have some literature if you would like to familiarize yourself. we're supposed to be picked up from this planet back at the Giant's Tower in 2 days. I don't know if our leader will be on that ship, if he will, but I'm sure he would love to meet you and your companions if they are like-minded.
I would say they are like-minded. Yes, however, they're not like us. That be said. Let it be known.
They'll kind of nod and they'll say, it is unfortunate, but as long as they espouse the same ideals, it is not undoable. We have gathered several non-Tabaxi members who believe in our ideals and our cause.
Very well then. Fantastic. So 2 days hence, at the Giant's Tower.
2 days hence.
If not before. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Please, and I take out a little bit of victuals and I offer some food as a gift.
Oh yeah,
and some catnip. I say, please, be careful though. This is what put me into that slumber in the tree.
Friend of Foe will reach into his bag and he will pull out a ice cold bottle of milk and hand it to you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I like open up my ruff a little bit, neck to make it feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And may I?
Of course.
I open the lid. It's like the good shit, right?
Oh, it's
top.
it's whole milk. It's yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm like a little bit. It's on my whiskers. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Thank you so much. I put it in my bag.
Yeah, and looking at the bottle, you think the bottle is enchanted to be ever cold.
Ooh.
Like whatever you put in it will just always be cold.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and he'll wink at you and say, I hope we can count on your support, Storm of Stars.
Well, I hope you can too. I hope I may count on yours. Thank you. And I'm gonna make my way the other way, away, sort of looking back a lot, looking super innocuous, and and just kind of keep going past where my friends are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lead them away. And do I have a sense that these guys are tracking me at all or clocking me? Or?
They are just standing there. They seem to start talking again after you leave.
Okay, great. So I'll keep going that way if eavesdroppage wants to happen from the other. I don't know.
So Villyana, Starshine hears. Edge of the World says, "Why did you humor that fool?" And Friend of Foe says it was all an act. He clearly is intelligent. Look at him. He's not a fool. No fool would end up on this planet. He's either clever enough to have gotten here on his own or merit-worthy enough to have earned a space here. You idiot. Whoa, okay. See why Bono writes all the songs. Okay, that's hurtful.
I can't wait to see the mullet cat Bono version.
But yeah, they kind of argue back and forth. Edge of the World seems hesitant about your qualifications, whereas Friend of Foe didn't see through your deception, but kind of noted. No, he's clearly not an idiot.
Right.
You had a loot. You had spellcasting components on you. You're clearly something. You wouldn't just be here. Edge of the World seems less convinced, but yeah, and talking, they do seem to reference people who aren't Tabaxi in this cult. They occasionally
the mystic markings. Do we have any extra insight on them through either celestial means or Underdark or Undercommon? Does any of it stand out in any
You might pick up a couple more of them, but not like... There's like 15 or 20 symbols on there. And yet Storm picked up maybe 2. You're picking up maybe 2.
Okay, so it still kind of still looks like a mixture of pure magic and nonsense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we kind of reproduce it from memory collectively, or?
Sure. When you all meet up again, you can try and do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely have Starshine kind of like... And I'll even have her add a little Fey insight, but I'm not asking for more. I'm just saying that as far as our pool...
I'll inspire someone if we want to throw that onto that. You can figure this out. You can remember it.
Villyana will be back there kind of automatic writing. Because
exactly.
her senses are out right now.
Marley will kind of adjust the paper for her.
Yeah, everything's overlapped. It's just an irreadable squiggle. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Marley was trying to move the paper underneath her, like, so that she wouldn't go over herself again. Or off the page.
Okay, so yes, we will reconvene, and Starshine will kind of...
Is Starshine always invisible?
For the most part, I did have a bit that didn't come up just now, where she was going to start appearing over the Tabaxi's heads, like visibly, like, like what's the move? Like,
do you want me to ice him or?
No, but I mean, originally the joke is that Villyana has an invisible friend that no one believes, but is actually completely real. But she does tend to stay invisible. She's been hurt on the Prime material before.
I relate.
Yes, lastly by a Illithid, if I recall. But yeah, I think she mostly likes to stay invisible, but it's not... You've probably caught glimpses. Just enough to know that she's not made up.
Well, I'll definitely offer my shoulder if she ever wants to set a spell. So... That was something, huh? I mean...
Well, how do you feel, friend Stars?
This is fascinating to me. Those guys were kind of the guy with the edge of the world. Kind of a, serious character. The other one, I don't know, seemed okay.
Yes, they didn't seem particularly villainous.
No, I suppose not. I mean, they seemed...
There was a light in their eye as they talked of this ice of fire, though, that does worry me slightly.
Well, I mean, have you ever met someone that's inspiring? I mean,
all friends inspire me.
See? So, I mean, if you're full of that inspiration...
Oh, no, I'm in a cult.
Admiration...
I mean, you kind of are.
Galaxy brain just... Oh, no.
You kind of went from one cult to another cult.
Yeah, I sold my soul to a fucking unicorn.
As long as you get 3 other people to sell their soul to a unicorn, and they get 3 other people to sell their soul to a unicorn.
Yeah,
it's the pyramid pack.
No, it's an upside-down funnel, more, I'd like to say.
Yeah. Right. That works. Yeah, I mean... They seemed... I mean... I don't... I tried to appear innocuous just to get a chance to talk to them, but I mean...
Oh, yes. The gig was up there a little bit, by the way. Starshine hung out. But they didn't sense... they didn't see through your ruse. One of them, the friend of foe, only saw that it was a ruse. To your credit, even. He said that you wouldn't be a fool on Geneva, so...
right. I mean, they admitted to sneaking on, and that's another admirable quality of the Cat Lord. So it's within our way to, have that be a trait that, to be clever.
Oh, yes,
to be tricksy, right?
I very much
You
got the
were late?
impression that one of them thought you were worth recruiting and the other one didn't.
Ah, well, 50-50. That's not so bad. First impression, I guess.
Yeah, listen,
Well,
if
I
you
usually-
want to join a cult, I apparently am in one.
No,
Just say, keep your options open. Let's be fluid.
no, I mean, I would. I don't know. They call cults. I mean, they seem to be so contrary to really what these guys are talking about. Independence and no one putting one over on you. But I mean, that seems inherent to the whole mechanics of cults, right? I don't know. I haven't been in one that I'm aware of. I mean, music is. I mean, bardism isn't really. I mean, it's not a cult, right?
I would want to see where Eyes of Fire sleeps.
Ooh.
I'm only saying that someone who proposes a cult of equality usually does not live to their virtue.
Hmm.
You meant metaphorically, not let you actually want to see where.
Oh no, their actual bedroom is probably like
Yeah.
gold and shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
How they live
I-
is important. Yeah.
That's
It's like a
Tapestry.
living metaphor, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, a little bit metaphor. Yes, it speaks to their. Yes, yes, both are true.
so,
You
2
want to
days.
see the posters on his wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I believe him when he said in 2 days that there'd be?
Yes.
And did
Okay.
Wyndvania mention that days had passed, or only that they had been through?
She seemed to imply that they were there like yesterday.
Okay.
So, who let them in? Does Wyndvania have that authority? It must have been someone above.
Oh, it would have been like Tensor or one of those gray holes.
Mm.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to get to Wyndvania. There's a shield around the planet, so they need to have bribed someone up there, or bribed or snuck onto something up there that...
Yes.
It just seems hard to get in, unless they just. But they were going to ship. Unless the ship is. I guess anything is possible, really, with the right.
Maybe Wyndvania would know more about it, since
Perhaps.
I
she
think.
seems to get a lot of visitors. And
Yes, I think that's so. Heading back there, how much closer are we to the tower at this point?
You are... Yeah, maybe an hour's walk away. And something else to note. They did say something different than what you heard, is that they simply offered to pay to search the sphere, whereas the Rational Order implied they wanted to buy it.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, would that be something they just put out? Well, yeah, we tried to buy a sphere, right?
Right, but yeah, so
I'm just wondering which side of the fence the mistruth
Exactly.
or half-truth
Yes,
lay.
exactly.
Something
something to consider where the
absolutely.
lie is, or the...
Right. Who is slagging them off? Who told us that they tried to buy it? Was it the main?
It was one of the order of the magistrate. Yeah,
Might have been the one wearing the wig.
Oh, right.
Forget.
Steve.
With the hood.
Yes,
over
there was a Steve in charge of cat business, I think. Well, it might stand to reason that this magistratal order it would represent good, neutral, and evil factions. Certainly, there are bribable factions there just based on, I'm chaotic neutral, I'm just playing my character. You know what I mean?
Or neutral evil or lawful evil. Sure, that makes
Yes.
sense.
So,
didn't even
and
think
would
about
perhaps not necessarily care from intentions. And perhaps this Eyes of Fire was just like, hey, finder's fee, here's a ton of money. And they heard it as buy the sphere. Or it's possible that when he was, kind of Heismaned, he was just kind of like, well, I didn't even want the sphere anyway. I offered them a perfectly valid price. So let us just look. We were just saying to look. I said, look. And they heard.
Right. And who knows what the foot soldiers know versus.
Yes.
if
I
they're
know
being
well.
told misinformation, or...
I do remember the price sounding awfully low.
For a universe, yeah.
I recall that. I mean, I don't know what the exchange rate is, or if there's any sort of certain valuation that is different here. I mean, maybe cheese is the currency. Who knows? I think we have some, if that's the case. From the
it's
gift
plant
of
cheese,
Villyana.
I think. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
It never melts, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He gave me that. Oh my, the milk.
Do you think that milk is like got a spy thing on it or
I'm
something?
gonna pull it. Can you? I can't.
Big antenna coming out of it. No.
It's a Durlin in disguise.
I have to get maybe.
I don't think I have any particular the poison immunities or extra special abilities to discern it, but could Starshine and I give it a sniff or something?
Sure, yeah.
What do you like?
Medicine check, please.
Okay.
Or nature, if it's better. But
No, I'm not very wise. Is the problem.
yeah, well, you did sell your soul.
I sold my soul to a unicorn. Right, it's an 8.
Okay,
Yeah, checks out.
It looks fine.
It's still cold, so it's probably not spoiled. You're probably fine.
Okay.
Could I check it out?
Sure.
Just
I
wanna
take another
look over.
swig. I'm like, great, sure, here.
Well,
Look, you're gonna find out one way or another.
Yeah, I'm licking my whiskers. Stuff is so.
That'll be a 14.
Okay, yeah, you don't think this is poisoned
Okay. I don't think it's poison.
or doped with anything. No, it's just milk. Smells
No,
like pretty
is
good
it-
milk.
a never-ending bottle of milk, or it's just a ever cold bottle.
It's just an ever cold
Evercold.
bottle that they put milk in.
Okay, shoot.
It's the best thermos around. That means if we
Yeah.
lose an organ, we can throw it in here and keep it safe until we need to attach it or something.
Yeah, etched into the side is just the word Yeti. You know.
Love it. I love it. So, and the pamphlet.
Yeah.
So,
Hold on.
so sorry. Which pamphlet? There's Villyana, or not Villyana, Wyndvania referenced a pamphlet, or the map they had.
Oh yes. Can I roll some kind of arcana or something about what do I know of mystic circles, hinges, those kinds of things?
Yeah, anyone can make an Arcana check. Yeah.
I will, absolutely.
All right. That's a 13, but it was a 12, which is fine. I have a 15.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Marley.
I'm sorry. What check am I making?
Arcana.
Okay.
I don't
That's
think Marley's very smart.
that'll be a 2.
Yeah. Sorry.
If it helps, I could do a religion angle. It's the same roll either way. I have 3 in both, but
Okay.
if you'd like to cover multiple bases instead.
Well, I got a 21 in Arcane.
Yeah. So okay. So, Stonehenges are often associated with extraplanar gates. They are crossing points between this and a different plane. They are often in folklore associated with the Feywild, but that's often because the Feywild is just the plane that butts up to the Prime Material the most. So it's kind of Stonehenges always lead to the Feywild. They don't always lead to the Feywild. It's just that the Feywild's always here. Kind of thing. So they can go anywhere depending on magical...
People who get Stonehenge to an Arborea don't always come back.
Right, yes. Or, Dis or something.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah.
Yeah. The City of Brass. Oh, cool. Can someone label these? So they are often associated with extraplanar gates.
God.
No, we
Yeah, and all
we
of those...
detected. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so, and you detected an extraplanar, or a How is it? How is it worded?
Far realm.
Extra planar influence from the far realm.
From the far realm.
Right.
Towards Wyndvania's tower. I was going to say, and all the symbols you guys were seeing on there. Storm, you definitely witnessed the one for conjuration, which is what teleportation magic generally is.
Right.
There was one for evocation. Villyana, you would have recognized a symbol associated with the Underdark and Lothian magic. And a symbol also associated with... when you were drawing it, Marley would have recognized one associated with the Raven Queen and Shadowfell magic.
Okay. The Raven Queen. Okay. Yeah, putting that pieces together, like we've kind of all, like, slowly our pieces form a compass or something. We might want to hurry back to the tower. And that is the direction of the Far Realm portal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might want to hurry back to your tower.
You might want to beat cheeks.
Yes. Let's go.
Have Starshine kind of fly a little high and wide to try and keep from getting snuck on, so we can move at full speed.
Oh. Okay, so you all book it.
Yes.
Back in the tower, Hester, you've been reading this book about dragons.
Does anyone want to order orcish food? Is there orcish food on this planet? Anyway, it's just more about dragons.
Minerva says, I'm always hungry for it 5 minutes after I eat it.
Yeah, so it's not very sustaining, but it is full of proteins. It's a lot of crickets on rice. It's very good.
No, I'm into it.
Huge crickets.
I'm into it.
Yes.
Giant crickets.
It's mostly keto. It's fine.
Yes, it's all paleo.
Paleo, yes.
I think they're the same thing. I don't know. I don't know what anything is anymore. They all seem like Atkins to me.
For a while, they were doing the Atkins.
Yeah.
That was very big, but then... Controversial.
Orcs on Mirador, a real fad diet is. You have to know. It's the South Beach thing.
They're so obsessed with fitness, all of them. They have like wet bands and shit.
They all do CrossFit, and yeah.
They're like the pioneers of like fantasy leotard creation.
They worship the god Peloton, you know.
Yes.
Those super muscle shirts with the thin straps that like the uber buff
so
dudes wear.
Tiny. They all say sleeves are bullshit on them.
Right.
All of their vans are their D&D campaigns airbrushed on the side. We've created a great thoughtscape here. All right, so yes, reading about dragons, going a little, and I've successfully transcribed my magic aura.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, I moved on to helping Minerva with the dragon research.
And yeah, it's just kind of flipping through, and yet you're learning about white dragons are stupid predators, and they're real dumb. It's just like, oh my god.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's like baby's first guide to dragons.
Yeah.
And then at the back, it does list like notable features of white dragons, and you just flip. Oh my god, who cares? And flipping through, a couple things stick out to you. Minerva's taking notes, and she says, "I found some interesting things." She's saying that in this sphere, there are several notable dragons, and they are Ignan, who is a red dragon, Silverstorm, a silver dragon, Frostwing, but he spells it all weird. There's an umlaut, and the wing is spelled with a Y. Not where you think, though.
Okay.
Is a white dragon.
Again, not very smart.
No.
He spells his name right.
Blood
Hey, it's not spelled fancy. He's just misspelled.
He's just an idiot. The umlaut's over the S, by the way.
Right. But he swears he can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood Moon, Poison Fang, Thalvarn, and Sunbright. And you're just like, these dragon, like, some of them are just like,
Yeah, sure.
just come on. And then, yeah, but flipping through, oh no, you don't know that yet. Never mind. Yep. Those are dragons in this sphere.
Okay.
2 of them are red.
Okay.
Ignan and Blood Moon. Yes. Blood
Okay.
Moon.
Poison Fang, I presume, is green.
Yes.
Yes. And Sunbright is gold?
Sunbright is gold.
Okay. Falvon.
And Thalvarn is
Black.
copper.
Ooh, copper.
Ooh, okay.
So, okay.
Just to connect the scenes a little bit, can I make conversation with Wyndvania? Like, do you? So you've met dragons? Like you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Very interesting. Her eyes kind of get wide.
Sure.
Giants typically don't like dragons. I've never understood that. They're perfectly nice. Some of them.
Sure. The sons and daughters of Bahamut, no doubt.
Yes, those are fine, but Sardior, that's where it's at.
Sardior?
Sardior, the ruby dragon.
Sardior, the ruby dragon. Like, are we a little thirsty? Are we getting? Are we reading any heat coming off?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, sure. Listen, go on, girl.
And yeah, she kind of looks off. I'm telling her.
I can't see invisible or anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do about this voice. But like, even though Hester / Lily is quite creepy, there is a certain amount of like wizards get to keep their own shit. And she's proven herself. Like,
gross.
Yeah, like that's fine, man.
Willow, if you do look at Willow will shrug. Like,
yeah. It's just like, you getting anything there? Like, I had you fly around. Do you touching anything? Okay. All right.
Hoot, hoot, hoot.
So Sardior, Ruby, that's more made up than the others. Like, what's the story there?
Just kind of. Sardior. He fought in the Dawn War with Bahamut and Tiamat, but he doesn't get into their petty squabbles. He's doing the important work of making sure the universe isn't imploded by Tharizdun.
Tharizdun. Is Tharizdun part mentioned in the
Tharizdun is in the Dawn War Pantheon.
Okay,
yeah, he's a big fucking deal. Like, he's scary.
Yeah. The Chained Oblivion.
Yes. Oh, you've heard of the chains? Yes, that's Sardior's work. Don't believe the propaganda that it wasn't him.
No, yeah, of course. Fantastic, and you know him.
Yeah, I
breathlessly so, if I don't mind me noticing.
She pulls down a poster. He's shirtless.
The David Lee Roth pose.
I was thinking more like Fabian.
Sure. Yeah. Wow. Just had that.
No, she says, "Yes, I'm a fan."
Yes, it's signed or
personalized, even.
So I'm wondering if there are giant dragonborn around now.
Dang, girl. What would be the chances of us ringing up Sardior?
Oh, we could visit. Would you want to? I don't like to go if I don't have a good reason. Because I don't want him to think I'm needy.
No, girl, I get it, but like, you miss every swing you don't take. You know what I'm saying?
To go, so, can I have like a solid 15 to get ready?
Girl, take 20. Yes, no, absolutely. We are doing this. Minerva, we are doing this.
Makeovers.
Start the montage, guys.
Yep.
The dressing room stuff.
1 billion P. Do you need like a smoky eye? This is not my freshman year.
Yeah.
Like,
She comes out in like 3 different wizard robes. She's like
okay,
trying to make them work.
Okay. Try put on 2 again. I just want to see 2 again.
I'm seeing Minerva in the montage, also helping.
Yeah, I liked 1. I actually liked 1.
Then why did I put 2 back on?
I needed to see it, dear, didn't I?
A shawl comes flying out of the dressing room. Everyone has to run for cover because it's huge.
Jeez, it's giant. Yeah, let's go see your boy, and I would like to meet an actual fucking dragon. I need to be a convert here, and you need to tell Sardior that Wyndvania knows the way the wind blows, Vania. I lost some of the thread, but yeah, you need to make a swing is the point.
Girl, I don't know if I can.
We're here for you. Minerva.
She's sort of paying attention.
Yeah.
Flipping through a book still.
God. You said you've been to university.
Yes, and this book is fascinating. Girl stuff, I get it.
Okay, this is the other half. Okay, listen. All right, Minerva, you're great. I left off on Sunbright, who they're really going on about. I don't know.
Yeah, big fucking deal, apparently.
Yeah, no, pretty decent. I'd imagine a lawful good. If you could make an annotated map. Wyndvania and I are going, and I'm going to be your wing halfling, and we are going to get in, and I am going to bounce if things start going well. You know what I mean? So, you look great. I like this. It looks cash, but oh, did I leave the house like this? You know what I mean? Like, it looks just enough. And so that way, if he's rude about it or something, you can be like, oh, well, I was just out. You know what I mean? So you have a retreat plan, but you have a plan of attack. And that's what I like about this. So, yeah, let's go. I've got my scroll. Minerva's holding down the fort. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love this for you.
As you are about to let's go, you can hear a pulley activate, and a weight starts to go down. And Villyana, Storm, and Marley, you're at the bottom trying to figure out how this goddamn elevator works. And you pull a lever. You finally pull a lever, and you can hear something way above you creak, and you start to move slowly as eventually you pass a series of counterweights falling to the ground.
Listen, I'm telling you, I could have just turned into a bird and flown up there and told Wyndvania it wouldn't have been a problem.
Oh my god, this is the first you're revealing you can turn into a bird? Amazing.
I can turn into a bird. I can make like a ton of birds.
If I had known about Druid before this, I probably would have joined, whatever your literature is.
It's never too late, I guess.
No, I've sold my soul. My whole soul.
Oh, I can't get any of it back.
No, it's non-refundable. That was clear on the contract. Yeah, no, but it's... Would you like to sell your soul? If I get 3 souls, apparently I get a little more wiggle room.
Become an Admiral Club Warlock.
I think I'm taken.
Yeah, well, just, keep your doors open.
Okay, so you click into place, and you can see Hester, Minerva, Wyndvania, Willow, all up here, and Wyndvania says, "Oh, hello. All done?"
Yes, how did it go? We were on a bit of a side mission, but how did yours go?
Where are you going?
Oh, and like...
I thought you were going to wait for us.
Lily has full, also dressed kind of cash, but, kind of plausible deniability. she's got her jacket tied around her waist, in part to kind of hide how big she feels her butt is right now, but like in a way it kind of emphasizes it so she doesn't know. It's kind of counterintuitive, but it's working. So she's also there. She's dressed as the wing girl to a giantess in her second best wizard robe. We
Look
were
like you're dressed really casually, but with an exit plan.
for the dragons, dear. Yes, we were looking into your dragons. That's Wyndvania knows one, and we were going to go do a ring around and chat him up.
I'm gonna message Cantrip Lily just to let her know that we're aware that there might be a gate to the far realm here, and that we've made some contact with Tabaxi cultists, and they'll be here in 2 days apparently.
Okay.
To rendezvous. I think that's 25 words or less.
The far realm was not my major, but I know that's bad-ish, right? It's
yeah, you can.
It's some real Doctor Strange shit.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was, of course, the professor of interplanar studies at my college.
Oh, did you study with Stephen?
David.
David.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's funny though. Yes, that they get that a lot.
Stephen was adjunct at
Yes.
Canais for a while.
No, would not leave the village. But okay, well that does.
He commuted to class.
Yeah, that does sound bad, and well, we have a day. 1 second, dear. Continue.
We can message back and forth.
Yeah, I will approach though, just to see the severity on faces and such.
I still look like this. I'm like,
okay, a little taken aback. 2 days from when? Do we know? Like, do we have time?
apparently 2 days from now. I think. I mean, based on what they said, we meant to Tabaxi, a friend of foe. Looks like I don't know, some sort of monastic type, and a kind of a real edgelord named Edge of the World, the big fuck off blade.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay, we're just wearing that on our sleeve. But the Tabaxi were kicked off. How did Wyndvania say she had met them? I feel a fool. Okay, so wait. Okay, wait. What? Okay.
So yeah, they said that they talked with her. They're rendezvousing back at Wyndvania's tower in 2 days.
These aren't Tabaxi rangers who've earned their place here, or that?
No, they actually said that they bribed someone to get here.
Okay. Yes, I did feel like we were kind of offered that option before Tensa showed up. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been the winged one. I'd have to rewatch the episode. Okay, so
Having an episode?
yeah. Oh boy, constantly. Okay. I was on a mission to get a cloud giant hooked up with a dragon. Also to meet a dragon.
What is this? Marley, do you want to?
What?
I mean, it's kind of it might relate to our what we're doing here, right?
Yeah, no, fair. I because I fit. First off, we did your business. I've transcribed a scroll. I think you're going to like the way you look.
Where's Minerva?
As a tiefling.
What?
And Minerva sticks her head up from a book. She's just like, "This is great." It goes back into it.
We're researching dragons. We've got names, darling. We've got names for days. We have 2 red dragons, 2 if you choose.
Okay.
And then Wyndvania just kind of waves so she doesn't think we're talking bad about her. Wyndvania.
She's looking in the mirror, adjusting her hair.
Mentioned Sardior. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
is Sadio, who she goes absolutely flush for. Also, apparently chained the chained oblivion. The chains were his idea. Anyway, don't know if I believe that. So, but she needs to make her move. This is all sounding very silly compared to your portal to the far realm. But I maintain that if we have time, it's dreadfully important. I need to see how this plays out.
Should we go with them on this dragon trip? I mean, if we're invited, or should we maybe try and check out the Orpho pay to the R realm Fae?
Just if we have time, maybe it's on the way. I just want to say, if you don't believe in love, what do you believe in? There, thank you, Villyana. There, we agree on something. Just if we have time, absolutely. The auto pay to the
Arum Fae, I think, yeah.
Ray is dreadfully important, especially if your Tabaxi cult wants to get their hands on it.
Oh, but oh god, maybe that's what that is. That's possible. This is confusing. Should we go, Marley? What do you want to do?
You guys kind of lost me back at we got names of dragons.
Oh yes, so many names, and just a thirst trap ruby dragon, which is made up as hell. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Do we think that maybe?
Do you see the poster over there? He's the one with no shirt, which seems unremarkable for a dragon, and yet somehow it's remarkable.
Well, he's wearing pants, and you're like, well, that's weird.
See, that's the weird
Are they
part.
leather pants?
They're so tight.
It's personalized, and like I was just kind of like, that's not real. And she took down another picture.
I mean,
and this is there.
Listening, so I get it. Like...
Right? Yes. No, again, I have had more than one mimosa, so I do want to be clear.
Oh.
We were going to order orc food. Does anyone? Anyway, so let's.
I have some
stay on
really
task.
good milk, if you'd like some.
Okay.
I don't know that mixes.
So, do we think that maybe Wyndvania knows about this portal to the far realms? Maybe we can like take care of that real quick. Make sure she's got it on lockdown in case the Tabaxi come like early, and then we can go and
absolutely. Let's wrap up the threat to the realm. Who knows? It might be a feature. It might be something that pumps out nightmares that all the druids and rangers are kind of like. There's good hunting in that.
I don't know if the far realm goes into that sort of franchise.
All kinds of eyeball monsters, I think.
Okay, so
yeah,
I guess
wasn't my field of study, but I paid attention.
What if the portal is like not supposed to be on the level?
Of course. Wyndvania, dear.
We won't know until we ask her.
Yes.
That's my point.
On point. Wyndvania, are you aware that there is apparently a portal to the far realm?
It's not a portal, no. No, it's an artifact.
Oh. But it's an artifact from the far realm?
Yes.
That doesn't sound as bad.
Yes, I got it in my adventuring days.
Oh.
What kind of an artifact?
She'll walk over to one of her bookshelves and
I want everything in this room to be a false front for another thing.
She swings open the bookshelf and
she turns down a falcon, it opens a door. She winds the clock to midnight, it opens a door.
It's like Resident Evil up in here.
Why do you keep the key in 3 rooms away under a potted plant?
Well, what if zombies attack?
No, fair. I rescind my question.
She pulls out this it's covered in a black velvet sheet. And she puts it on the table and she's staring right at it and she says, "Yes, it's fine. They're perfectly nice."
Oh, shit.
My ears start to get flat.
And she pulls off, and you've all seen Lord of the Rings. It looks like a palantir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except in the crystal, you can just see like a million bright green eyes. And yeah, it's just pulsing, and everything about it feels wrong. And every time you look at it, it seems to like almost look fractal, like it's a shattered reflection of itself. And every time you kind of blink, it looks like it's kind of like shatters apart, and when you open your eyes, it kind of snaps back together. And she says, "Yes, I have seen so many things with this. It's
cast protection from evil and good on myself.
okay.
I would like to vomit.
Okay, vomiting is a reaction, so go ahead.
Oh shit! You used
I
your
would like
reaction.
the shot to be
Don't forget, I have inspiration for the vomit.
Hester and Villyana behind her both touch themselves and cast mage armor.
Wyndvania says, "It lets me see so much. I'm so connected to everything."
If only I was 10th level.
Of course, Wyndvania, darling, these things can be dangerous, of course.
You think I don't know that? I know where all the other ones are. They can't hurt me.
Where the what?
Where the other ones are.
I don't.
Where are
think
they?
I have the important thing prepared
There's more?
because I cast it ritually, and so I wouldn't prepare it. Confirmed. Okay. Hold on, let me cast. Make sure my mage armor is cast.
What does mage armor get you up to, by the way?
15-ish?
It adds 3 or something, is that right?
Yes. I'm at a base 12, but I think it becomes 13 plus my dexterity. Is that right? Or dexterity plus, or 13 plus 2? I think
So
it's
it gets
15.
you 15. I will reactively reach behind me as I'm puking and give you bark skin.
But not barf skin, right?
No.
You're like, blah, and now you're safe.
Yeah, 13.
And bark skin is only additional, or does it raise my base AC?
Target's AC can't be less than 16.
Okay, fantastic.
So
yes,
Marley throws a bunch of bark at you, and it hits you, and this bark skin appears all over you.
Is that? Do you have a rash? What did you eat something you shouldn't have? Are you allergic to milk?
Yes, actually, maybe you could take that back. Sorry.
Here. Thank you.
Wyndvania, darling, can I see the orb?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
She brings it down, and what do you do, Hester?
I really want to start casting Identify. I don't know if she's going to give me 10 minutes with it.
All right. Fuck. I would like to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Lily instead.
Okay.
So I burn a second slot, I guess, to do that. So I drop it on myself. I cast it on you if you're going to identify this thing.
Okay.
So,
And in an attempt to get away with this, I'm going to be like, remember Sadio, darling? Let's tell me more about him. He looks positively ravishing. I should so much like to. I need some background first. Of course, we were ready to go, and I just need to know like what's the vibe so far, and just start kind of trying to. I don't know how like all Margit or John. Like I have to be about it.
Well, you kind of turn around. And yeah, she just starts. I don't know why Sardia would like me. I mean, he is a god after all.
Oh, honey, you're a biscuit. I'll kind of like snap at the others, like to kind of be like.
Minerva's like Willow is a danger hoe. You know this, and
Yeah.
she's looking at you like, "What are you doing?"
dangerous stuff, I guess.
Okay. Do you
Wyndvania,
touch
you've
it or
got
look
a
at
little.
Whatever I have to do to identify, I certainly look at it. I am like, if you need me to have that kind of Gandalf moment of just kind of like, fuck, dude, you don't know where these are. That's cool with me.
You do have to touch it. You have protection from good and evil, so make a charisma saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
You can't be possessed with that spell.
Okay, that will be perhaps important.
Or charmed.
Okay,
I don't think.
that's right. I invested some points in charisma. Believe it or not, with advantage. Mother. 15.
Okay. That's where we're going to end the episode tonight.
I knew it. Awesome.
Okay.
I'm happy to be protecting my friend in their moment of dire.
Yes,
It sounds like the advantage might have been necessary.
No, it for sure was. It was a 6 or a 15.
Yeah.
So, I can't be frightened.
You can't be frightened, charmed, or possessed, which are probably 3 very good things when you're touching an artifact from the far realm.
Probably.
Oh shit!
We were going to have such a girlfriendly jaunt.
Outros and plugs. Timothy.
Hi, I'm Timothy. Life's crazy, you know? D&D is really wonderful because when real life gets crazy, it gives you a perspective like it could still get somehow worse or different in a other way, like possibly being taken over by an aberrant entity or something. It's somehow better than sheltering in place. I had a nice bit of perspective. A friend of mine lives in Hong Kong, and she went on a little bit of rant about Americans complaining, and she said, I'm on day 77. So, anyway, I hope everybody's feeling good. Bearing up, wash your hands, wash your dice, keep your spirit feeling nice.
Cece.
Hi, I'm Cece, aka Soup, aka Soupska, on the Twitters and or the Instagrams. You can follow me if you like artwork. I haven't been posting a whole lot because I've been in deadline hell. Yay! But that just means that I have upcoming projects. So, watch those spaces for those things.
Awesome. Marty.
Yes, excellent. Very well. First off, thank you absolutely for watching. If you're watching, why don't you leave a like? It costs you nothing. Hit the subscribe button. Interact at all with the channel. Dislike us. We're laughing because it turns out that counts as an interaction. So it actually does not.
It's more helpful than doing nothing somehow.
In fact, yes. So anything you can do, we'd absolutely appreciate it. There's all kinds of content. What else are you doing? You're stuck inside for fucking weeks. So just a backlog of content. And please do to enjoy us. And everyone, please stay safe and please stay calm. Again, as Timothy has kind of alluded, there is a non-zero chance that this is just beginning. The weather's going to turn nice. You're going to start having that demon in the back of your head that says it's not that big a deal. You know what? Let's just kind of do little things. Walk outside and talk to your neighbors at a respectful distance. You know, Zoom your friends. Watch our channel constantly. Laughing Dragon Inn. Have you subscribed yet? I'm not sure why not. Anyway, I'm going on. The important thing is it's Andrew's turn. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Yeah, everything everybody said. I had a yelling conversation with my neighbors the other day. They sat on their driveway. I sat on ours, and we just kind of talked for a bit. And it was nice. It's nice to do that. Maybe you'll find people in your neighborhood who are nice. I've never seen more people walking, I'll tell you what. But stay safe, stay well. I know this is hard. Yeah, watch our content. I hope it helps. And yeah, wash your hands and be nice to other people. Have a great night, everybody.
The power of friendship.
Live long and prosper.